allows for different setups, allows for him to get a grab, but Ludi was waiting for it with the tech. Poseidon opens up, not going to be enough to kill here, but they're almost even on health. Oh, the short hop!
With
the wake up!
And
the tech! Oh my god, the air to air! Poseidon clutches it out right there, bringing it 1-1 against Ludi.
Oh, 2-1-2. He can do it right now. Yes! Right when you said it.
Is. Oh my god, is this
That's so crazy.
Oh,
Don't
good
reset.
tech
He
from
didn't-
Mari. Oh my god,
That was so crazy.
He gets launched. What's it gonna be? Oh, just the throw to finish
That's
it.
so cool.
Oh,
The
and we've got
pop-off.
the pop-off here.
That was an incredible match, everybody.
That was an
My
insane set. Oh my god.
Absolutely could do this. He's on his last legs, but he's got it.
And then there's Spent Bar not going to have access to Breaker if it does come to that at this point. Coming in. Oh my god. Oh, gets caught out of the air. The conversion from Ninja Killer. What a play. They're going to go up 2-0 here against Sunio.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Poseidcast. With me tonight I am joined by content creator, commentator, and Scorpion enjoyer, Ms Meseeks. How you doing tonight, Ms Meseeks?
I'm doing really well. I like that intro. That pretty much sums me up right there, doesn't it? That's about it.
The three main things, you know. I saw
yeah,
you
exactly.
on Scorpion at the beginning of Mortal Kombat 1. Saw that first tournament run.
Yeah, no, what else would you be playing other than the Scorpion shell? Because if you can't have, like, you can have two of them at the same time. They actually ended up meshing together pretty well at the beginning there, too.
Yeah, no,
they had some good, like, combo routes, solid B&Bs.
Yeah, no, it's actually, like, a decent, solid team. It's funny how, like, the double characters kind of worked out. Like, Sector's still a good team. Cyrax is, like, kind of broken. Sub-Zero is pretty good, like, for Runaway. Like, Lao is a really good zoning team. Like, they kind of worked out, so... That's funny. So
no, I like that they like meshed them together because we kind of had like Shell and Monks too, right at the beginning of like the game and stuff. Like that was a great Shell, and like there was just there
was some it would have been cool if like Sub-Zero Scorpion ended up working out. It didn't seem like that team never really seemed to be meta, whether it's Sub Scorpion or Scorpion Sub.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I think I played it once and it just wasn't. It was just like it wasn't very optimal. It's just like they're trying to force this. It's a cool idea. I get it. It's fun, but it just didn't work out the way they probably were hoping it would. Because a lot of people went into the game thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be this team. Like, oh, I'm gonna be Scorpion. It's like, maybe Scorpion Fair is a little better. Exactly. What got you into Mortal Kombat? What was your first game that you kind of got you into like the competitive sphere, and what got you into it?
I'm like really new to gaming in general. I don't think people really realize that. I did not game growing up. The only game that I played growing up really was Guitar Hero 3 on the Wii and Pokemon Emerald on my Game Boy Advance. And I was only allowed to use the Game Boy if it was a car trip longer than 3 hours.
Really?
And that's when I could play, you know?
So,
like
it must have took forever to get that to finish the game.
I don't think I ever beat it as a kid.
Oh, really? Dang.
I'm on a playthrough right now, actually. I just beat the 8th gym. We're almost done.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen you like you're going to the card shows and stuff like that. So that's super cool.
Oh, yeah. Super into Pokemon right now. But yeah, so I wasn't really a gamer. Always loved watching video games. Always really enjoyed watching them. Just never had the chance to play them myself. Academics and sports, no time type thing.
Yeah, no, it's reasonable.
And then so COVID hits. And I decided, I was playing World of Warcraft on my Mac with a trackpad. And that was, my first game that I played.
Yeah, that must have been amazing.
It was fantastic. I was playing Demon Hunter. You only have to press, 2 buttons anyways, so it was pretty easy. But my friend from there helped me build a PC, so I started streaming World of Warcraft, build a PC.
Okay. Nice.
And then I was told I wasn't a real gamer by my other friend. And I was like, what do you mean I'm not a real gamer? What game would make me a real gamer? He was like, play Mortal Kombat 11 and then you'll be a real gamer. And I was like, okay, sure, fine. I had never played a game on a controller other than like a Wii nunchuck like controller. Like
Really?
I had never played a controller game before. Just clicked on the story. I was like, sure, story mode. Yeah, let's do this. Had no idea what was going on at all. People were in my chat like, choose Liu Kang. I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know what's going on. And it's a like super multiverse going on too with Chronica's timeline and everything.
Yeah.
I was just... So my experience with MK was chaotic, to be honest. But I loved it. I really enjoyed the gameplay. Started just like playing Towers of Time and stuff. And like you said, content creation. So I was mainly just streaming. But it was funny just... I slowly started to learn because people come in my chat and they'd be like, press 112, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. I'm looking at my controller right now, and I have an X, and I have a triangle, and I'm just like, I don't know what you mean. And then they'll be like, DB, and I'm like, what does DB mean? It'd be like D3. I'm like, what is that? Are we talking about like Dungeons and Dragons right now?
I'm rolling a D3. Do D3s exist? Like
exactly. It was just like, it was so chaotic, but I ended up learning. I liked Scorpion. I actually, first character I played was Baraka. And I ended up like liking Scorpion. And kind of that's how I got into MK, you know, and eventually by the time I ever got around to even knowing there was a competitive scene, stuff like that, it was really late in the lifespan of it. Like my first game on KL was 2 weeks before the final patch. So I'm like super new. I'm like, end of MK11. So MK1 was like my first like new MK launch. So yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. Kind of got goaded into it. Now I'm a real gamer, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's funny how they're like Mortal Kombat, and now you're like, okay, now you're like making content, and you're like commentating, and like going to the locals, and like really went the other commentator at Combo Breaker 2023. I remember that.
Yep. Cool. Literally, that's like
literally the online pro comp this past couple of weeks ago, right? Like,
yep. It was NA East a couple weeks ago.
I think you're a real gamer now.
Yeah, I think I did it. I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
It should be the title. Scorpion player's a real gamer now. Perfect.
Yes.
So you said, was it like the lore that got you into playing Scorpion, or was it you actually just enjoyed playing Scorpion?
Both. Like, pretty much both. I really like melee. Every game I play melee. So, like, you'll never see me on a zoner. You'll never see me, like, I won't be using magic in Elden Ring. Like, I am big sword, swing. And so, like, I really liked his katana and everything. I like but also he's super fiery and cool. And I'm very much an anti-hero person. Like, Virgil is my favorite from Devil May Cry. Like, I like it if they're evil, if they have a reason, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Scorpion definitely has a reason.
So, Scorpion, family and clan, you know? Like, vengeance, that's his whole thing. So I definitely... Right, exactly. So that's pretty much what drew me to him. Both of those things. He's very easy to pick up in MK11. I think he's a great first fighting game character. He teaches you enough neutral with his back 1-4. That's like learning how to stagger, like forward 3, you learn what staggers are, you learn strike throw. So, and he has pretty easy execution as well. So it's just like perfect first game character, and then I fell in love with him. I was like, yeah, this is my character. I love him. He's awesome.
Yeah, the Scorpion is definitely like the Mario of Mortal Kombat. So I like to describe him as just kind of like, you know how to play Scorpion, you know how to play the game. So
exactly.
In a way, he's like strike throw. Like he's never been like too much of like a mix-up character until this game and Fair came out, but we don't need to discuss that.
Not fair.
Not fair. Certainly. So you, what got you into commentating? Because you said you got into the MK kind of later in the game's lifespan of Mortal Kombat 11. As a by time Combat Breaker came around 2023, you were big shot enough to be commentating there. So
yeah, that was fun. That was super fun. Yeah. I just like. I don't know, I was around the competitive scene, and like a lot of my like viewers were part of the competitive scene, and I was watching like online tournaments like Shirai Ryu, and I was watching Vanity.
Plug right there.
And yeah, guys, Shirairu TV, you guys should follow them, subscribe. You might have an Amazon Prime account.
Right, Prime, Dr. Prime, so it's free. You know?
It's free. Just gonna throw that out there. Anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Shirairu, Vanity, like I was watching like streamers like that and stuff, and becoming friends with them, like more friendly with them, and like kind of getting to know people. And I was drawn to like I always watched kind of like Skash playing because he played Scorpion, so I learned a lot from him. So then I like kept watching you guys as well. And I don't know. So like I had actually been told many times before that I could never do commentary.
You have a lot of haters.
I was told straight up. So this one was told to me. I have a chronic neurological pain disorder, right? And so I was told that because of that, I would never be able to commentate.
Okay.
And then 2 weeks later, I was streaming and rated Vanity, and she was like, "Meseeks, I need a commentator. Do you want to commentate?" And I was like, "You know what?
Let's do it.
I don't like. Let's do it. Let's go." I don't know. Like, am I allowed to curse on this?
Of course.
All right. I was like, fuck it. Come on. Like, fuck that guy. Like, I don't care what you say. I'm going to do it. And I literally told her, I like DM'd her. I was like, oh my God, like, I've never commentated before. I have no idea what I'm talking about. And she ran Indenian nights. And they were all playing Edenians, and I knew nothing, like, nothing about the Edenians. Like, I didn't know Melina or Kitana. I didn't know any of them. Went in blind, and I had like such a great time, and we were just hanging out, and like, so she was the first person I commentated with, and then actually like that's how I started, and then the second person I commentated for was Shirairu
Oh
TV.
shit! Wait, people should go and sub to that.
Yeah, so people should go and sub to
the
them.
YouTube channel. Shirairu hit
On the
3,500
YouTube
subs. You know, tournaments every Sunday. We have merch. Fourth wall, merch in the description, everything.
Links in the description, everybody. Okay. Yeah, no. So that's the second place I commentated, and then I was like, it was quick, man. It was quick, cause like I commentated with you guys, and then the next person I commentated with was Rips, and this was when Rips it was right before Rips like popped off, and I found Rips through Tigress.
All right.
Yeah, R.I.P. indeed. I had been practicing. I gotta give a shout out to Kevin M. Cologne, man. He taught me a lot about commentary. He was the first person I commentated with offline at MKNJ. He commentated with me at my first major at NEC. Like, I commentated with him on his tournaments. Shout outs to him. He helped me grow a lot.
Kevin's the goat.
Yeah, Kevin's awesome. Yeah. But yeah, then I commentated on Rips Arena, and it was before he was like popping off, but he was holding like 70 to 130 viewers, and I was terrified. And that's kind of like Rips was pretty much my big like break into the more bigger of commentary, the offline, like all the stuff like Combo Breaker and Pro Komp and all of that. Really, I was found through Rips. Like, that's when I've talked to like the people who
reached out to you.
Reached out to me like about Pro Komp and everything. Like, when I talked to them, they're like, yep, we saw you on Rips, we liked how this went, etc. So like, really, that's kind of like, that was it. It was like not that many places that I commentated, and it just boom, like it was
awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. Sometimes I do feel like I missed out on like the fun in the middle, you know what I mean? Like, because once you get to Pro Komp, like I'm sitting there, like, so Darth Arma and I just did Pro Komp a few weekends ago for NA East, right? We're sitting there a few days before going through our notes, going through like everything that we want to be able to talk about, storylines, all this stuff that we've spent hours doing. And I love that. But I also like it to be my hobby and like to enjoy it. Yeah. So like sometimes I feel like
homework and like
exactly.
He's like, okay, who's this person? What's this person's
exactly?
When's the last person who's found this person top 8? Like he's going to the last.
Yep.
Who do they
like
name?
going
Who's
through their Start
like...
GG, going through the Liquipedia, like going through all their stuff. Oh, what's the storyline? Oh, well, back in the NA East regional finals of last Pro Komp, they actually ran into each other. Like all of those things and. it's what I love about the like. I love commentating. I love knowing about that stuff more than I would like to compete.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of work. So I like I like the mid. The mids are really fun, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like they
that's right where the right where SRTV falls in, because we're always kind of just chilling and having a good time and stuff like that. But I feel like it's like the brackets are usually pretty serious, and like we like to run in like very like serious stuff like that. But like you know, I like to. I mean, I can be serious. It depends on what it calls for. But Skash, you know, Skash, complete jokes.
Skash,
that dude is like,
Skash is incapable.
Yeah, so it's like, which is I think, you know, kind of like the endearing part of SRTV, and something that has kind of kept us around for so long and stuff like that is the fact that we are kind of like that, where it's like it is a very serious event, but like we're not. You're not gonna get like, you know. We were not gonna, you know, be like super formal and ties and tuxedos and being like, this person came from, you know, this region and they fought this person. Their record is 5-8 lifetime, and like
yeah, there's there's certain things too that I miss about like that. Sure, are you like you're saying like you can like interact with chat too. Like that's something that like on Pro Comp you don't interact with chat. A combo breaker interacting with chat or anything like. I like talking to chat. I like seeing what's up. Like that's like rips. You can talk to chat. I think that like some of like the most watched and like ones that kind of blew up are ones that had just like good vibes, like Shirayu and everything, and like how you can just hang out and like you said, like you can be serious and you've got some of the top players happening. I don't know what's happening with the camera.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't want to say anything. I'm like, going to lean in a little bit more. It's right in there.
Hey, there we go. But like, no, it's like being able to like hang out. Like you have some of the top competitors. Like you have some of the top gameplay going on, but you're also able to just like it's fighting games, man.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Let's sit and talk about games.
Yeah, so talk about games and chilling and just having a good time and interacting with the chat, and we can still be really serious, talk about what's going on, and like the thing is like I consider myself that I'm pretty good at the game. Skash has always been pretty good at the game. We've been playing these MK games for years together, so it's like we have the wealth of knowledge, but it's also like just a good time. So able to encapsulate that. It was funny when we first started at the beginning of MK1, we were running like $250 weeklies, which is like, in terms of like money, probably one of the biggest online events. That you could enter.
Definitely.
And we were getting like crazy amount of signups, but still, it's just like me and Skash, just like like have you seen the Pokestorm Cell Cyrax clip?
No.
It kind of popped off a little bit, but it was basically when Raiden was top 1 Raiden Cyrax.
Yes.
And it's funny because I think like the next day, I think it was literally the day after that tournament, Cyrax and Raiden was nerfed.
Well, it was ECT, man.
Yeah, it was ECT.
Oh, that was so bad. Yeah, I remember. Sorry.
Yeah, it was Emperor Nyx facing SRTV Pain Grand Finals or Winners Finals of SRTV Sunday. It was the same weekend as ECT. So it probably was ECT. It wasn't the clip, but they're Raiden Cyrax mirrors, and like literally it was just like they would poke Storm Cell Cyrax, the next person poke Storm. Like literally it was just like trying to commentate. I was like poke Storm Cell Cyrax.
Yes.
Like over and over again. It's like, what are we watching? What are we watching? What are we doing? Yes. That's exactly it though. Like, how do you commentate that? What are you supposed to say? What are you supposed to say after? Like, okay, Cyrax Serena, right? What am I supposed to say right now? Like, okay. I think every time I watch someone commentate a Cyrax Serena, they're like always on like a different conversation, like not about the game, it's about something completely different. And then they're like, the Cyrax Arena combo is still going. They like come back after like telling like a 30-second story, like, oh, this combo is still going.
Exactly. Like, what are we supposed to say again? Oh, meter drain. Oh, meter gain. Okay, we set up. Bum.
Got hit. Oh man, didn't see that coming.
Yep, I definitely. Well, what are you gonna do to get out of it? You can't break.
You have no meter, and there's no money.
Then okay, so there's one round. Now what do I say?
There's a round. Okay, no, this person has no bar, and then they got grabbed back thrown, and now you're back in the vortex again, man. And then that's when you go into the story about something else.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta just deviate off. That's when we need those storylines.
Yeah, exactly. That's where you're like, yeah, Sonic Fox, is 7-2 lifetime against Ilock in the middle of the combo.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So do you have any like commentary that you have like coming up or anything that you're hoping to get into? Or are you kind of just chilling? Because I feel like you I've seen like your streams. You've been streaming MK11.
Yeah.
And you haven't really been like digging the Mortal Kombat 1, so.
Yeah, MK1's not really for me. To be honest, it's like I didn't like the gameplay when it dropped. And so that like turned me off to it. The gameplay now I think is very much improved. I feel like this is Mortal Kombat. To me, this is Mortal Kombat. It's like MVCI.
Yeah.
Like the gameplay is great and everything else sucks. And it's just like it's like there's things that are quality of life things. I don't know. And like I go back to MK11 and the sound design. It feels nice to hit a back 1-4. It feels nice to hit a down 2 KB as like stupid as it is and everything, as stupid as the meter gain is, and as stupid as the game is, like kind of at a competitive level, Fujin mirrors, Cabal mirrors, I'm not competitive. So I just get to enjoy like that game. I am not really commentating right now. I commentated on Rips a little bit ago. Commentated for the ABCs of Combat with the Alphabet couple weeks ago as well, and that was just all kind of leading up to Pro Comp, knowing that I kind of needed to get back into how to speak about the game. And so then I did Pro Comp. Right now, Vape Coach and I are trying to figure out a day that I might hang out on there. I'll probably end up on Rips again. Like, I'm hopping around. Like, if people ask me, like, I think Liu Kang, Kick Game, and Live Leaf TV have mentioned it too. Yeah, Leaf Live.
All the Hollywood people, bro.
I don't. They're just
all the big names.
I don't. I don't know. To me, I'm just like, yeah, like I'd be down. Like I'd be down to hop on and talk. You just have to know that I don't know. I don't keep up with the game that much. So like anything that's happened patch wise since like Pro Comp, I don't know about it. Unless I've heard about it. Like I talk to my friends about MK. A lot of my friends play Mortal Kombat. I still go to the locals and watch the locals and sit there and enjoy them. I just don't compete, and I don't really commentate it that much. I do sometimes. But yeah, I've been playing MK11, and to be honest, if there's ever an MK11 tournament, I'll commentate it happily. Maybe I'll throw one of my own or something. We'll see.
You should.
Like,
I would love to play.
That's just I just like that's my game that I'm pretty passionate about. Everybody loves their first fighting game too, but I think that it looks beautiful. Like I think it looks great. I think it sounds great. I think it plays great. I really like the lineup, the roster. Like the crypt is awesome if you're like somebody who wants to like go do collectibles. Like Towers of Time is awesome if you want to like get skins, and there's so much customization in that game. And you know, like I could just go on and on about like why I really like it, but it's
there's rooms.
Yeah, there's rooms, and there's God, the online lobbies work. And like it's just you don't have to add my Warner Brother account.
Are you a PSN or WB? PSN or WB?
It's just like it's the quality of life things, and like it's just like the things outside of just the gameplay are great. Really enjoy it. And I enjoy, like, there's still a scene for it, from what I can tell. Like, people are still playing, at least they're coming in and saying that they still play it. People that don't like MK1 as well. But yeah, for me, MK1, it sucked, because I was ready to compete in that game. I wanted to compete.
I
remember the first I bought a PS5 for that game.
Yeah, same.
Like, I was in the pre-beta, beta. And
stress test.
Yeah, like they invited me to that, and I was like, I guess I gotta buy a PS5 now. Nice. Went and played in that. I was like, And then I was like, but it's just like early. And then played in the beta, and I was like, oh. And then like game dropped, and I was like, And yeah, just it felt clunky, felt slow. Also, why does Scorpion no longer have a katana or any sort of melee weapon? Because I was explaining to you why I like him as a character, and one of them is the melee weapon.
Yeah, I know.
Where is it?
He doesn't have it. He's always had like the sword. It's always been like a thing, like MKX ninjutsu, and you know, like he had like the Airsen blade and just moves with the sword in general. So
exactly,
definitely very unfortunate. Sometimes
so like. Yeah, and I was willing to not play Scorpion. I tried out Melina for a bit at the beginning. It was just there were certain things that changed to me that you get with having non-legacy games, right? Like the way that you amplify is completely different. But people who played MKX, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, like this is back to MKX type stuff. But I didn't play MKX. I only played MK11. So here I am thinking like I'm used to playing Amplify like after I do my combo or whatever, and it's messing with my brain. And then it's now like there's just some things like I noticed. So I was playing Street Fighter 6 the whole time leading up to that game, and like I can hop on any Street Fighter now and play Street Fighter.
Yeah.
But like MK1 was throwing me for a loop, man.
Yeah, it is interesting because it's not a legacy game like you said. So which is like, I think what's kind of cool about it is that every time you get a new game, you basically do get like a fresh start. So it's like you don't have to be someone who's been playing the game for a while to keep up. Or like, or you have to play massive catch up. You said to like put in hours and hours, so you can be like, so you can just hop on Street Fighter 5 and know how to play your character. Which is super cool.
And it's like we see a big like difference in the competitive scene because of that. Like you look at the competitive scene for Street Fighter, and you've got people in their 40s who are making top 6 at Evo. Yeah. And then you go over to MK, and it's a much younger scene. We've got like 16-year-olds whooping people. Like it's just. And I think that speaks to like the non-legacy part of the game, and it does allow people like to jump into the game. It can be their first competitive. There's so many of the top players right now. It's their first competitive Mortal Kombat. Yeah. And it just shows like I think it's awesome that you are able to just jump right in. Yeah. But yeah, for me it's like
for if you played the previous game a lot, it's like this was for nothing.
Yeah. But. Yeah. And so yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll revisit it. I've considered it. I've thought about it. I have revisited it enough to know that the gameplay feels a lot better. But
more recently.
Yeah, more recently. So it's just like it definitely feels like different, but I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I'll be commentating it here and there for now, though. I'll be paying attention to it. I'll be watching.
Well, awesome. I love to hear it. Yeah, I personally loved Mortal Kombat 11. Honestly, I like mainly just the way Joker played. I really love, but I like the other characters too. Like Garrus was super fun. He was my first main before Joker came out.
Really? I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I don't think you did either. Yeah, it was because you said it was like a couple months before the last patch you even started playing. So, basically because they nerfed Garrus a couple months before Joker came out, and it wasn't necessarily like they made Garrus bad. It was just they changed a few things about him that I really, really enjoyed. Maybe because he was super broken, but that's probably what it was.
Yeah, I've heard how broken he was.
Yeah, he was. He had 3 counter punish KBs, which was awesome. I love that, bro. It was so great. Like sand trap was a counter punish. So like if someone tried to zone you, you do a sand trap, you got 30% into Oki, and you got back throw, forward throw Oki. So it was just my first real competitive fighting game was Super Smash Bros. Melee, and the character plays Sheik. And like, on a lot of characters, what she can do is like she can grab you, and you basically on reaction. It's super tight, so it's like it's not like it's as broken as it sounds. It's pretty broken, but like you have to be super good at it. But you can basically
I hear the downplay already.
Yeah, I hear the downplay already. But you can basically on reaction react to and grab them again. So it's like they have a situation where they have like a bunch of options, but like theoretically you can react to all of them. And I like the idea of like Garrus, you have forward throw, back throw. And they're right in front of you, so you can just grab them again if you want to. So it reminded me of Jigsaw. I was like, dude, I love this. But they nerfed them a little bit. They changed his BMBs, which there was like a certain, like, when I first got into MK11, it was my first like competitive game. Like I kind of like started paying attention to the scene and stuff like that. So it was like first time I actually learned like fully fleshed out like optimal combos and stuff. Right. So I learned like the Garrus optimal, and I spend like hours every day just in the lab practicing this optimal. And then they nerfed Garrus, and it took away his like optimal combo. And I was like,
Oh.
I spent so much time practicing this one specific combo that I cannot do anymore. It just doesn't exist. And it kind of like
That's
cut the
so
character a little bit
sad.
for me. Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts, man.
It was yeah. So I was still playing Garrus a little bit, and then Joker came out, and as soon as I saw, like, I was like, I want to try Joker, and as soon as I saw that he had a Fatal Blow cancel, I was like, this is gonna be my character. And then that was like the next thing I was like obsessively lapping was Fatal Blow canceling and doing like Fatal Blow cancel combos and stuff. And then I've like found out about Kapow Joker, and I was like, oh my, just landing a Kapow. It just felt so awesome.
Yes, right.
Because like not a lot of people were on, like when Joker first came out, a lot of people were on Ace of Knaves. The setup one. Sonic Fox really fleshed out that character and stuff. So a lot of people who play Joker were on that. So I was really one of the few on Kapow Jokers. And it was just awesome. I just really enjoyed it. And it was cool kind of like figuring out myself and stuff, figuring out these combos, figuring out like, oh, you could combo off down 2 and so like down 2 into other stuff. So it's just, it's always had a fun spot in my heart. Like whenever there's a tournament, like if you host an MK11 tournament, I'm definitely there as long as I can make it work with my schedule. NEC 2023 after MK1 came out, had an MK11 tournament I played. I got second. I think I have the medal for it.
Flex it.
Should I grab it?
I've got my third in MK2 from NEC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, here, let me grab it.
All my medals, I gotta sort through them to find the nice
third in MK2, man.
Yeah, here it is. Well, how little left
Yo, hey,
second place.
Let's go.
Lost to Jackie, of course.
Oh, was it Ghost?
It was Ghost. Yeah, lost to Ghost.
Oh, of course it was Ghost.
Yeah.
But
I love MK11, and if we ever host one, I'll definitely reach out, maybe get you on commentary. I would love to have that.
Please do.
So
I'll compete in it too.
Yeah, absolutely, would love to do that. I'd love to see a resurgence because Babe Coach was hosting some MK11 tournaments because he wasn't really feeling MK1, and I answered like all those. For a little while, they were still doing ESLs for MK11. Funny enough, and I was entering those, and it was just fun. It was just like I still enjoy the game. I never stopped. Like I literally played MK11 until MK1 came out. Like there's people that was like they kind of just fell off. It was literally like to the day MK11 one came out. I was on MK11. But
That's awesome though.
Yeah,
do you feel like you like MK1 better?
I don't know. I love MK1 too. I'll be real. Like,
of course.
I'm a MK1 enjoyer. One, first of all, they have my favorite all-time Mortal Kombat 1 characters, or MK characters. I mean, favorite all-time Reptile, literally right behind them, Ermac Sector, which they added a DLC. So
Ermac, I'm so glad that he's in the game. Yeah. I'm sorry, I like to interrupt. But
No,
that's the one thing, like going into MK1, I was like, they better put Ermac in this game. I want to play a game with Ermac.
Yeah, exactly. Because MK11 didn't have, because it was like, I played MK games all growing up, but like it was D2 special moves. I didn't know what I was doing. It was just trying to beat Skash, and that was my my only goal in MK.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah, and exactly, it was free, so it was like, he was actually better than me. That was another goal. He was better than me in all the MK games because he actually would know combos and stuff. I'm like, dude, he's so good. He knows combos. Like,
yeah,
he's amazing. And he would like get like kind of like decently high ranked in like MK9 like online and stuff. So I was like, damn, he's so good. And then it's like when MK11 came out, I was like, we should play competitively. Like there's like this tournament happening near you. Let's go to that and stuff. And I kind of like knew how to improve because I was involved with Smash. He never really played like a competitive fighting game, so I feel like over time I was able to get better than him. And that was kind of like a big driving force. And then it's kind of like the next thing. It's like let's get a couple tournament win or like just win a couple matches in the tournament and then say, all right, now win a tournament and then kind of just go from there.
Yeah, I mean, you're competing like a high-level competitor in MK1 too. Clearly, it carried over.
Yeah, it definitely does. I think like, I did an interview with Cosner a couple weeks ago, and he talked about like the fundamental like aspects of improving. Because like you said, MK is not a legacy game, but like the fundamental aspects to improving, just in fighting games in general, or like MK games, is basically the same. Like you know what I mean? Like you learn combos, you learn the inner mechanisms of the game, how the other characters work and stuff like that, and just putting the time to play it and stuff, and you get better. And like obviously, if you know how to improve, then it helps. And that's kind of I feel like translated from Smash to MK.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, there's nothing gives you like better perspective on fighting games to me than watching other fighting games. Like for me, like learning commentary and stuff, I've watched and learned so many other fighting games that I can barely even play. Like, for example, like I know KI pretty well. I know like the inner working mechanisms, and that is a weird game. That is a like that is somehow the most complex and the least complex game all at the same time. And I like so like that or like Street Fighter or KOF or just like there's UMVC 3. Like, if you can understand what's going on that screen, if you can understand that, then you go to other games and you just bring so much with you. Like, nothing improved my neutral more than learning Street Fighter 6. Because, like, it's such a grounded game. It's such a neutral heavy game. It also just in general, like, execution. Like, execution gets better the more games that you play. The more that you play, the more you get used to like weird inputs or different inputs and stuff. And definitely like no better perspective on your own fighting game like than going to a different fighting game, playing it for a bit and coming back. It just absolutely changes everything. Like I'm way better at MK11 than I ever was, even though I haven't played it in like a year. Playing it just like I've been playing for like a week on my stream, and like it's just I'm way better than I ever was because I understand spacing now. Like because I was sitting there with Ken pressing stand heavy punch, and then I was like, oh, like he's a little bit closer now. I press stand medium punch, and it's just like learning spacing that way. Carry over. It just definitely improves, helps. You just keep improving as a player.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like you said, like Marvel vs. Capcom. Like I really enjoy watching the game. I could not tell you anything that's happening. I could not. I know when they get the combo, everyone the other person basically dies, and everyone goes crazy. And like it's so funny watching like if you're at like a major, like I remember being at Combo Breaker 2023, and MK11 ended, and UMBC was like right next to it, and it was just like every time the person got a hit, it was everyone would be like, oh, and then the person would just die.
It took me a lot to like understand what's going on in that game, and I can only understand like certain things. I still can't see throws. I cannot see throws in that game, but like I just like I've had it like slowed down at like 0.25 speed on YouTube explained to me. So like being able to like have someone explain it, break it down, then they're like, oh, you see Rocket Raccoon, this is an overhead, and this is and it's just like, oh
this
my
is a
god.
grab. And it's like,
and they're all happening at the same time.
And if one of those hits, they're dead. So even though they have their full life bar, you can just ignore that.
No, the life bars mean nothing in that game. But no, it's like it definitely carries over 100%. Even though they aren't legacy games, they're kind of legacy games, but not really. I don't know. I feel like you played Injustice 2, I know, but is Injustice 1 to Injustice 2 legacy at all?
Yeah, it is. So honestly, what kind of got me into like competitive, like Mortal Kombat, or like just competitive like 2D fighters or like traditional fighters in general was Injustice 2, but I didn't really even have it. I went to Combo Breaker 2018. And I got eliminated in Melee, so I just went to the other room and I watched, like, it was like they were having an MKX tournament and Injustice 2 tournament, MK9 even. So I was just watching, it was like, wow, like there's competitive scene for this. So I was like, Injustice 2 was having like the Pro Tour, so I just watched all the port events. Before I even played it, I was watching like Combo Breaker, then like CEO happened, Evo happened. There's a bunch of like big like Celtic Throwdown, learned about the EU scene and stuff, and it was just like, just every time there was a tournament, like after the weekend after, I would just watch the top 8 and stuff. So it was really, really cool. That kind of what got me into it. Then I was like, I need to get a PlayStation. Then I eventually got it. But like by the time I got a PlayStation and got Injustice 2, MK11 was already announced. So it was like I played like a couple hours of Injustice 2, and then bam, MK11. I was like, all right, I'm gonna play MK11 competitively. And that's kind of the story. But from Injustice 1 to Injustice 2, they are basically legacy games in a way. Like the special moves kind of work the same way and stuff. The characters kind of have similar game plans, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's an Injustice 3 game that's coming next, or an MK2, or what they've got going on there. I know a lot of people have been talking a lot of discourse lately.
Yeah, well,
just because they released the definitive edition, and now it's just
that
like...
must be the end. I mean, we all know Mortal Kombat Armageddon, that was the last Mortal Kombat, so we all know
it was.
It was, yeah, there's no more after that. Nothing else.
Nope, it doesn't exist.
Definitely not 4 more games. That did not happen. Armageddon's the end. You know,
it was Armageddon.
We all know MK.
That means it's the end.
MK, both the people who developed the game and just the storylines are always very straightforward. And when something happens, it's always like canonically stays the same. Nothing changes ever.
No, nothing ever. You never just, click restart on the entire world, and then the next game you click restart again on the entire world.
That definitely didn't happen in MK9, MK11, and MK1. It definitely did not happen.
No, they haven't. No. I wonder whose universe we get next.
Yeah, right? It's gonna be Reptile is the elder guy. That'd be sick.
Imagine that'd be
They make the most useless jobber character into the most important character in the whole story.
Yes.
That would be a big slap. I would love it. I love it.
They really did kind of take over Reptile in the story in this game.
They kind of always. The thing is, like, at least Reptile has like lines in the story. I mean, normally he's just like he's a reptile. He doesn't talk. You know what I mean? This one now he actually has a personality. He had a family. Like
that's like Baraka. Baraka finally he's like, I'm just trying to feed my family. I've just got this Tarkot disease, bro. I'm just trying my best. You know,
trying to uprise here. You know what I mean? We're getting oppressed by the government. They're withholding medication. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like they did really give them actual stories.
Yeah, so it was cool. And like in this game, kind of like you said, like with Scorpion, he's kind of like, oh, they kind of changed who he was. Like he didn't have his katana, or like
he's not even Hanzo.
Yeah, he's not even Hanzo. Yeah, exactly. He is not even Hanzo. And like Reptile, I'm just used to him changing, like the way he looked. MK3 to MK4 the Alliance to Deception to Armageddon to 9 to like always just look different, stuff like that. And then so it's just like I'm just used to it, you know what I mean? It's like there's going to be a brand new Reptile every game. Like everyone else got a brand new character surprise, like surprise. Here you go. You're just not Hanzo anymore. He's Kuai Liang.
Hold that. Hold that. He's just Sub-Zero now. He's just Sub-Zero. You know the guy that we told you to hate?
Yeah, he's
all
him.
MK11? Now that's him, and you just gotta accept that you are the person that you hate, okay? It's okay.
It's simple. Not too hard, man. I don't know what. Well, yeah, just accept it. I want to play the game. Buy this $10 skin. Buy this $10 skin for him.
Yes,
UMK3 skin. You know, I know you paid $70 for the games.
Skin.
I know you paid $70 for the game, $30 for the DLC, then another $60 for the DLC and Komp story, but $10 skins, you can't beat that. Can't beat that price.
Yeah, but like also let's be honest, we weren't paying for just the base game, we were paying for the 3 days early game.
Oh,
Gotta add in that, remember?
Yeah, true. I forgot about that. Yeah, I remember that. You had to pay. Yeah, you had to.
You had to pay to get in 3 days early.
I was not gonna wait that 3 days. It was how much is it? 40. I'm paying that $40. You know.
Exactly. I'm not waiting.
Yeah.
And ECT was literally like that week. Like it was just like
the MKNJ, the first one. It was like a huge one. It was like 1,000. It was a huge tournament. I remember like so many people showed up. It was like $1,000 pop bonus. And like if you didn't pay the extra money for the game, you wouldn't have been able to know anything going to the tournament.
literally, no, actually it was just a few days up, and I just remember like got like some Scorpion B&Bs down going into it. Like I know people had found like, they were like, sector missile maybe as a setup. Like it was just like people were just starting to figure it out. That MKNJ was good too.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I remember I was on a Reptile sector, and because I love Reptile sector, you know. It was like made sense, and it's honestly like nowadays a pretty good team, like one of his best teams. Yeah. Then it was kind of
Sector is a good cameo.
Mm-hmm. They buffed him a decent amount, overbuffed him. They were like they've done that a few times, but it was like, all right, Sector is like Sector's useless. Sector's useless. Sector is the best cameo in the game by far. We're banning him from tournaments. This is like how it goes. It's like it's like Havoc's bad, Havoc's worst character. He is. We need to do something about this before the next tournament.
It's so true, though, dude. The Sector cameo. I mean, double missile, man. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, it's fine. Just you're so plus. It's like you hit the double initial. You can go make a sandwich, go to your room, and say, "Hey, what mayo on that? Yeah, that's a mayo. Okay."
Yeah, exactly.
Come back. It's optimal. Like.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true. I do feel like they have overbuffed a lot of characters, and they've over nerfed. Like Tanya was top 5 for a while.
Yeah,
she was absolutely like crazy, and then they're like, you know what? Yeah. Bye, Tanya.
Yeah, it's because
See ya.
What it was is like they wanted to get rid of like the safe armored launcher thing. So it's like, all right, for Lau, we'll get rid of his safe. We'll make it 2 bars, and then to make up for it, we'll give him this new move. It's like for Tanya. She'll get rid of her armor, and for that, we'll give her this new move that's kind of useless. On top of, we'll nerf her mid, we'll nerf her damage, whatever. It's like, oh, wait, why? Why are you doing that?
Hold on, guys.
We're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Yeah.
It was like, because it's like they kind of like, and they've kind of done that. It's like, oh, they'll take this away, but they'll add, it's like, oh, we'll nerf Reiko Stars, but we'll give him a new command grab move. So now he's not the best owner. I think they did a really good job with Reiko because he was supposed to be like the grappler, and it's like, but he's the best zoner in the game.
Yes, literally, it's Stars. The chip from that too. Oh.
Yeah. They I think they did a good job with him because he's still super good now, but they just
I
they
really
gave him a
like the
command
move.
grab move, and so like I think they did a good job with some characters, like Reptile. They keep buffing him, but like in the community, it's like he got his other buff. This is ridiculous. I'm like the most recent buff he got, it was just the biggest nothing. Like they made his acid spitball 6 frames faster, which is like 6 frames. That sounds like a lot. It was like it's still so slow. Right? Like for what you get, like it's like maybe if it's like okay, you can like combo with certain cameos, and it's like it comes out. It's still so slow.
Oh, is it just for neutral? Because like I assumed that maybe gave you different combo routes. That would have been better. Because like I feel like that's the main place that I'm seeing it used is like mid combo launcher.
Well, it was the acid spit ball, not like the big one.
I thought you meant the big ball.
Yeah, no, that would have been cool. That would they made that faster or less cooldown.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
that would have been great. I was like, that sounds good. I would have loved that. But they made the acid spit. So the thing is like instead of making acid spit ball its own move, they made it like an extension of acid spit. So it's like you hold square and he like instead of doing the spit, he like goes back and then spits the ball. But it's like you still have to wait for acid spit to come, and then like you hold it, and then acid spit ball comes out. Like it's all right. I mean, I feel like it's something. Like it now, like if you amp it, it's a mid and like absorbs projectiles. So it's like it went from being useless to like
niche,
kind of not useless.
Like it's like maybe you could use it sometimes.
Yeah, it's like if you want to risk your life. It was so funny. I was playing a couple days ago against a Scorpion player. And I get a back throw, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna acid spit ball. I'm gonna do the move. I go to do it, and he wakes up spear, and the spear hit me before my acid. So it's not even like I traded. It was just I just got hit, and I was just like, I don't know when I'm gonna use this move. Like I don't know
because you used it at the right moment, right? Because it's projectile immune.
Yeah,
like, it's just you used it at the right time.
Yeah, like I was thinking, like I would just do that, and it would like come out and like you know maybe unless you like wake up teleport, like I'm fine. And no, just wake up spear and I get blasted in full combo. I'm like, oh. Well, I guess it's still, So, this just turned into reptile downplay, but they give
reptile downplay.
They've given him so many buffs, and it's been like the Stand 3 changed how he played completely. Buff, like he's gotten some really good ones, but it's like he's still like, it's just like the amount of because like you said, like Havoc 1 patch went from bottom 1 to top 1. Is this like?
I think it's crazy.
Yeah,
I think it's still crazy.
Oh, he's still nuts. He's still insane. Like they like keep on baby tapping him. Like, oh, we'll get rid of this, and it's like still the same.
It did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. Like the biggest like major change is his change to tether.
Yeah,
like that's just like the biggest like. But other than that, I feel like they haven't like he's barely been touched.
I feel like they kind of killed tether in a way because you don't really see it because it went from like kind of bad, but like Havoc's used it, and then it was like okay, now it's egregiously busted and is a damage buff and breaks armor and
yeah, they were like, oh, you're not using it?
Here's everything. Here's
your literal one move.
It would be cool if acid spitballs, like acid, you land it and it tethers and becomes an unblockable, and it it leads to it launches and it's you're invincible on startup and but no, it's just 6 frames faster and from egregiously slow move to just kind of slow.
Yeah. Well, we can all have hopes and dreams.
We can have all hopes and dreams. I mean, the definitive edition's out, so what I've been hearing from people on Twitter,
over.
The game's over. No more buffs, no more characters, no more developer support, anything. It's over. Even though there's
no more $10 skins.
4 more months of the Pro Comp.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing that I was thinking about immediately. I was like, there's no way that they have 0 patches from now to the end of Pro Comp. That's actually not. That's just that won't happen. They won't do that.
Yeah, especially if something is if there's there's 41Ks in Combo Breaker this weekend. I don't think that'll they'll just let that slide.
Yeah.
I guess
I haven't looked at the
Final
bracket
Combat.
yet though. I haven't seen how it's shaping
Well, you can
up.
actually check out Poseidon SSB on YouTube, and I just did a prediction video of so you can see all the brackets, stuff like that. So
I'll make sure I watch that. I'm already subscribed. I have notifications on.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to do that if I was someone who was
someone
watching
who happened to be
currently.
watching.
Yeah, wouldn't be a terrible idea. I think I've thought of worse ideas before in my life.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, you've stayed here this long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
might as well. Definitely, I tell us to check the description. I'll leave Ms Meseeks social media stuff. You can follow her Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. She has TikTok, what social media is there out there? Instagram, MySpace, Tumblr.
Yes.
All those.
Vine.
Vine's gone, right? TikTok replaced.
Yeah,
right?
it's gone.
Long gone.
Nah, you don't. You got it. It's got to be MySpace.
MySpace.
Maybe you'll make it onto my top 10 list.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, you could do it. You gotta make sure
you gotta drop those follows. Know until you follow.
Well, as well do that. Awesome. So, you have, obviously, your name, Ms Meseeks, obviously comes from Rick and Morty, right? What kind of was it when you started streaming? You needed to come up with a name. What kind of generated that name?
Yeah, I was that person. My World of Warcraft character was just Claire backwards. I was like, I don't know what to say. I don't want to make it Claire because female. As soon as they see female name, then people get weird. And I was just like, I'm just gonna do Claire backwards. So I never really had a name. It was when I made my Twitch and wanted to stream. And so I love Rick and Morty. The first 3 seasons. Let's be clear.
Yeah. Was it the 4th season that was the awful, terrible one? Because you had to pay for it separately, right? And it was
I think 5 was when it went off the rails. 4 had a couple maybe decent episodes, but first 3 seasons, fantastic.
Yeah.
Love that show. But actually, for me, it has a deeper meaning. So Mr. Meseeks, one of his main things that he says is existence is pain.
Yeah.
And I live in constant pain. I'm in pain 24/7. So I was like, that kind of fits. Yeah. It is what it is. I decided, I was like, oh, that's a little hidden meaning. It's super dark.
Yeah.
It's super morbid.
Yeah.
So it's funny when people ask me, they're like, oh, is it from Rick and Morty? I'm like, do you want to know actually how dark it is? I'm in pain, okay?
You know how they hated their life? I hate my life.
Exactly. God! I have a shirt, actually. I don't know where it is, but my dad got it for me, and it's a pain scale, and it's a bunch of Meseeks on it, and it's different sayings that he says. The final one is I just want to die.
I just want to die. I remember that. They're working on Jerry's golf swing.
Exactly. I just want to die. Yeah, we all want to die. We're Meseeks. So yeah, it's a very morbid, kind of cold background, and I kind of love that about it too. If you ever see my streams, I'm very open about having a chronic illness. I've like put a YouTube video up kind of explaining it, like, because people were curious at times. It's just like pain, neurological condition. Just imagine that you have a headache 24/7.
That's not great.
No, it's not fantastic. No, it's not ideal. I would choose not to do it if you were given the choice.
Okay.
I would say like 0 out of 10 doctors recommend it.
0 out of 10 doctors. That's not a great recommendation rate.
No.
0.
Yeah. I got like a 1.2 on IMDb. It's just,
unfortunate.
It's not even good trash TV, you know. It's not even like The Room or anything. But yeah, it's like, so I'll have like, I have a little thing like up here that's like a zebra ribbon for rare illnesses. I talk about it pretty openly. It's pretty cool though. I have it like in some of my descriptions, and I've had people come into my stream. It's a very rare illness. I've had people come into my stream and be like, "You're the first person I've ever found that has this. Oh my god, can't believe I found someone." And I find that really cool. I've used my platform for like raising money for it. You played in one of my charity events. Thank you.
Played? I dominated that charity
event. You absolutely destroyed that charity event.
I was like, yeah, exactly.
You were like forward 2.
Forward 2, bam! Everyone was getting hit. It was awesome.
But yeah, like I don't even know how I got on this rant, to be honest. I don't know how I got here.
It's
Meseeks. But yeah, that's like yeah, part of my branding, part of my thing, part of my shtick. It's like I'm very open and not like proud of it, but just like I'm down to talk about it.
No, that's good. That's awesome. I mean, my brother suffers from Crohn's disease. So it's pretty Rips also suffers from the same thing. So whenever you talk, so. He's obviously he goes through a lot, so you can imagine my brother, same thing. He was at a recent surgery, so it's like when you can, there's other people out there who like they have something going on, and it's like, oh wow, this other person also is going through a lot and stuff. So that you can kind of connect with people and kind of share your experience, and still you get up and you stream, and stuff like that, and you commentate and stuff like that, and you do all this stuff. It kind of shows that you can still.
I have a job. I go to school. I do a whole life.
Whole life.
The whole life thing, but yeah, it's funny that you bring that up about Rips. That's definitely like one of the things that him and I like. The reason that him and I grew so close and everything too was bonding over that and finding that out about each other, and like. I definitely consider him one of my closest friends in the scene, and like, it's definitely it's a bonding thing. Yeah, he's awesome. Shout out to Rips.
Yeah, like when he found out that like my brother, like I posted about it because he was doing like a GoFundMe because he had to get like this very like major, like basically like a bone marrow transplant. It was a lot. He was in the hospital for like a month. So it reached out and it's like, oh, like I've heard, because it's like there's not like a ton of research out about it and stuff, and it's still like they're still like figuring things out about it and stuff, and it's like every case of Crohn's disease is like completely different. So like some people have it and they can live basically normal lives, and there's some people who have it and it's like basically they have cancer for the rest of their life, and it's like so it's like it can go like either way. So he was like telling me like, oh, this is what I do, you should try this, you look into this, stuff like that. So super cool. He's a super awesome dude, and he puts on amazing events, and he's fighting, so shout to that man.
Yeah, he's definitely like a gem of the community right there. Definitely like held MK11 at the end of MK11 up, and is the biggest MK1 tournament host that I can think of.
Yeah,
so.
No, I mean like, basically every day that dude is hosting huge events, whether it's the exhibitions or the finale, and there's hundreds, if not thousands, of people in there watching, and he gets the whole community together and stuff like that. Yeah, it's super awesome. I mean, like. I haven't got a chance to play it because it's always streamed like I'm in the middle of my work shift. It's like, oh,
it's at 1 o'clock.
Like, yeah, exactly. So it's like, maybe one of these times I'll hop in like one of the things, stuff like that. But because it's like you said, it is the biggest probably Mortal Kombat event in terms of like player base and stuff. Even like if you sort of like online, offline, like obviously offline they have like the big pop bonuses, and you know what I mean, like they get all the people from all over the world to come, but like in terms of something consistent and that like gets that many people, it's like not it out, just reading.
Yeah, and you hear him mentioned all the time, like
you
hear him mentioned in every single stream, every single pro comp event, everything. He's just like everybody knows Rips Arena. Like NetherRealm to subscribe to Rips Arena.
Yeah, like yeah, exactly. Like it's to that point. Like
yeah, but
it's super cool. All grassroots
it is,
too.
Yeah, it's great. I like that is what I love. Like you're just able to connect about really random things with the community, and that's one that brought me, and that like really introduced me to the EU side of stuff too, because they're mainly EU. So yeah, which is crazy different.
Yeah.
Wouldn't expect to, like, just because there's an ocean in between for like things to be that different. Crazy different, just absolutely different metas.
Yeah, the way they play the game, and something that's like, because like this game kind of like, bridges you. Like I have people that I would consider friends in EU. I have people I consider friends in South America, like Australia. Like I did a podcast with Soul School. Like he's literally super far across the world. I would not know who that man was if we didn't both play Mortal Kombat. So, and it's like, it's almost like you get to see like a different like culture. Like I feel like in the EU side of things, they're way chiller with kind of like, the way that they put it is like take the piss out of each other. But they're way too chiller to be like, you suck, you're garbage. Like they'll be like mean. And, and I feel like in America, like we have those people, but like people are more polite, they're more like helpful and stuff like that. They're more like a chiller, I want to say chiller vibe, but like, you know what I mean? So I feel like sometimes I've seen things where like people have clashed, or like, oh my god, the EU scene's so toxic, and I think it's like, that's just like who they are. I don't think it's toxicity, I think it's just the differences of cultures and stuff like that.
You know what's funny? Like, I guess it's because my main thing is through Rips, and he's cultivated such a nice community, but I always thought the EU community was nicer than the NA community. Like,
they probably
like,
are.
I guess it's probably like the like specific people that like surrounded myself with. Kind of like I was on the Rips like moderation team for a bit and stuff, and like those like he definitely has handpicked some good people there, and there's like, but like I don't know, on the NA side, like,
there's some shit.
People can be really mean. People have been really mean. Like, I have not gotten the things from EU people in like DMs that I get from NA people. I don't get the people from the EU coming in my chat the way the NA people do.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's the EU. Maybe that's a difference in culture. The EU people are nicer, and the NA people are a-holes.
Yeah, or maybe just everyone sucks.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe everyone's a terrible person, and existence is pain, and everything sucks. Nothing. We're just a blip in time, and nothing means anything. I mean,
start to get into like
spinning straight facts right now.
We're gonna turn a dark turn. A little. Just go to a dark rant.
Even if follow this link to a satanic ritual channel, we'll be doing.
Yeah, we'll be sacrificing a lamb tonight.
And then, like, at live, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jeez.
God.
Well, I feel like I've definitely taken up enough of your time. Is there anything you feel like you thought I would ask, or anything that you want to say, any shout-outs, anything like that, before we potentially end this here?
I don't know. I don't think I really have much. Yeah, shout out to you. Thank you for having me. It was a great time. I really enjoyed it. Shout out to you.
Shout out. Make sure to subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe. Shout out to Brother Sidon.
Donate to the
donate to the channel. Go to the Twitch. Go to all the links. Get the Twitter. Get the TikTok. Get the MySpace. Get the Tumblr. The Vine.
The Vidler. Get all of it. The Vidler, something like that. That was an old one. Right? Yeah, man. Get all.
Just click all the buttons. Make sure you pay all the money. Tier 3 subscription.
Oh yeah, like max out. Yeah, anything. Hit the merch shop for SRTV.
Yeah.
Buy all the merch, everything that's there, multiple times. Even do like 4XL, so it's like charges you more money.
Oh yeah. Do it.
That'd be sick.
Oh my god, but yeah, no, that was it. I just thank you for having me on. It was a fun time. Appreciate anybody who also spent the time watching and listening to me. Yeah,
definitely make sure to follow Ms Meseeks. She's gonna be streaming. She's been streaming some other games too. Mortal Kombat 11. I know I saw you streaming God of War. But that like
Devil May Cry
as well.
5.
Yeah. You didn't stream God of War? I thought you streamed God of War.
I did stream God of War. I just finished the God of War 3 playthrough. I have to, like, every, like, 2 months I gotta play through God of War 3. Like, I have an entire, my background's blurred, but I have an entire God of War 3 shrine behind me.
Oh, really?
Like,
Pretty
so.
Cool.
But yeah,
DMC
DMC5.
MK3 or MK9.
Oh, I know. I'm so sad. I have it though. I have a PS3 and I have MK9.
Oh.
So, and I have MK9 on Steam, technically.
Have you ever played? You ever just busted out to play Kratos?
Yeah. I mean, so like Mike Metroid's one of my closest friends. So I've played a lot of MK9.
Yeah, it drove.
So I've played a lot of MK9. So yeah, I've busted it out. Played the Kratos a couple times. You know, I've beaten Alphabet's Cabal with my Kratos.
Shit,
you know?
dude, Alphabet's washed. Confirmed.
Yeah, Alphabet sucks. Confirmed.
Don't
I watched him on MK11 last week, dude.
Oh shit! Damn.
He pulled out the Cetrion. He had
my
Salad
god!
Lady.
Damn. He fucking ran to top tier. Ran to top one.
Yeah, he needs Ermac. He needs Ermac. Top Ermac.
He needs 60% BMBs in the best runaway game in the history of Mortal Kombat. You know. Alright.
I think Ermac's one of the cool. But yeah, anyways.
Really cool.
Yeah, shout outs to, I don't know, all the people who have been there along the way. All the people who have supported me. Shirari TV, Vanity, Kevin, Rips, Mike Metroid, The Alphabet. Trying to think. All my people.
Skash, the Skash. Man, I fuck Skash.
Yeah, not Skash.
That's good.
Specifically not
that's
Skash.
Good, yeah.
There's only one person who has ever mooned me on live stream.
Oh, damn. That sounds like something you would do. That's definitely something you would do.
So, yeah, no. Shout out to Skash, too. It taught me pretty much everything I know about Scorpion anyways. So,
damn. So,
yeah.
So you
I guess I
go
should
back,
shout him out.
unlearn all the bad habits, and then...
Yeah, exactly. He taught me, and then I was like, oh, why'd you make me bad at the game?
How could you do this to me? Yeah.
He taught me the wrong combos.
How could you do that? It sounds like something you would do. All right, well, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
it's been a blast, and I'll see you guys at the next video.
Bye.